In these questions, we're going to look at working back to an original amount after someone has made a fractional increase or a fractional decrease to something. So let's have a look at the first example here. A jar of sweets has a quarter extra free. The promotional jar weighs 300 grams. What does the normal jar weigh? So first of all, we maybe think about what would have been in the original jar before the promotion was applied. In other words, what does a normal sized jar look like? Well, a normal sized jar would have 4 quarters. In other words, the full jar. Okay, we are adding on, or someone has added on, 1 quarter extra, which means that jar actually has 5 quarters of the original amount. So if that 5 quarters of the original amount weighs 300 grams, then we can write that over here. So 5 quarters of original jar basically weighs 300 grams. Now I want to know what was in the original jar. The original jar is all 4 quarters. So I'm trying to get 5 quarters back to 4 quarters. So to do that, the first thing I want to do is divide both sides by 5, and then that will tell me what 1 quarter of the original jar is, and from there I can work up to 4 quarters. So what I'm going to do, because this is a direct proportion question now, we're going to divide that side by 5 and divide that side by 5. That means a quarter of original jar weighs 60 grams. That's just 300 divided by 5. If I want to know what the original jar was, again, I'm looking to know what the 4 quarters was. That's how much would have been in the original jar, all 4 of the quarters. So I'm going to multiply that by 4, and because it's direct proportion, multiply the other side by 4, and that gives me 4 quarters of original jar. I could also write that as just the original jar, and 60 times 4 is 240 grams. That's how much would have been in there originally. In the next example, we'll do something similar. So this time a pair of jeans have 1/3 off in the sale. The sale price is £48. How much were they originally? Now let's start off again with the original price, which we'll say was 3/3. In other words, all 3 of the thirds, the full amount of the original value. Now, they've had a third taken off them, so we take away 1/3 from the full price of 3/3, and we are left with 2/3. So that 2/3 we're left with, that is £48. So 2/3 of the original price is £48. I need to work my way back to 3/3. So let's again set it up over here. 2/3 of original price is £48, and then I need to work my way backwards to 3/3. So I need to divide both sides by 2. That's going to give me 1/3 of original price is £24, and then multiply both sides by 3. So 3/3 of original price comes to 24 times 3, which is going to be £72. And that's it.